What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Punk Rock Radar. This is the final episode of round one before we get our saves in. This is episode 15 of the Fat Records Best Album Bracket. We're doing this on a Tuesday night, and I'm joined, as always, by Hudson Valley hardcore legend Mr. Lewis, and from DyingScene.com, Dylan, aka Mr. Firecracker. So, guys, last episode before the saves, let's kick it off. It's going to Lewis first because I know exactly what he's going to say, but we've got Days and Days. Show me the blueprints against the Lawrence Arms, Oh Calcutta. What do you think?
I would be lying if I said this was even close, because it's going to have to be Oh Calcutta for me. It's one of my favorite records on Fat Wreck in general. Love the Lawrence Arms. You know what? They're one of my top bands. So big thumbs up for them all the way.
All right. Dylan, what do you think?
Get these crusty motherfuckers out of here. We're going the Lawrence Arms. My second favorite Lawrence Arms album.
I never tried that, but I know I don't like it. Or maybe I do, and I'm just too weak to fight it. Maybe I do, and I'm just too weak to...
I think I had it as my second favorite too. The Days and Days album isn't that bad. I like the we already had it, but Counting Cards, the guy's side project, I like a little better, but it's not a bad album. But
yeah, but this is like going up this is a really good album.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just not fair. So
it's not close. Just wanted to show Days and Days a little bit of love. But up next, I'll go first here. We got Lagwagon Haas against Teenage Bottle Rocket 6 Sesh, which I think we had it as the worst. It's bottom 2 Bottle Rocket record. Haas is a classic. I'm going Haas. Let's pass it to Mr. Bottle Rocket down there. What's it gonna be?
Universally loved Lagwagon album versus universally despised Teenage Bottle Rocket album. The choice is obvious. We are gonna choose Teenage Bottle Rocket here. No, Haas all day, every day. Haas. And bonus points if anyone in the comments knows what Western TV show the cover art is from. What character?
She has a new man, I have a new mustache.
As far as Lagwagon records go, where would you put Haas in the scope of things?
I think it would probably be in my either like high B or low A tier. I really like Haas. It's a really good record. So it would have been a thumbs up for me regardless of what happened here. Plus, this 6 Sesh really isn't that good. And you know I have some love for the Bottle Rocket. So, yeah.
All right. Up next, other side of the bracket, we've got Rise Against, Revolutions Per Minute against Lagwagon. Let's talk about feelings. Dylan, it's going to go to you first, even though you made your feelings on Rise Against pretty clear, but let's hear it again.
Yeah. Lagwagon again, man. Fuck Rise Against. I hate Rise Against. This Lagwagon album. I don't remember where I put it. I don't think it's not one of my favorite. But I really don't like Rise Against. So fuck those guys.
All right. Lewis, what do you think on this one?
So I'm a much bigger softie for Rise Against, and I particularly think this album is very good. I think I'm going to pick Lagwagon, though, even though I love Revolutions Per Minute, but I really love Let's Talk About Feelings, too. This is, it's not my favorite, but it's pretty high up there. Leave the Light On's my favorite Lagwagon song, I think, which is a song no one talks about. It's another Mr. Chevy celebrity pick, but love this record. So
I think I had it either A or S. I really like this one, too. There's like 3 Rise Against records that I tolerate that are pretty decent. This is one of them. I'll say that. This one's not bad. The Unraveling is bad. This one is pretty good. But yeah, my vote would also be Let's Talk About Feelings.
No more waiting on them.
So now we'll move on to No Use for a Name, Leche Con Carne against Face to Face, Hold Fast, Acoustic Sessions. Lewis, you can go first here on this one. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think for comedy's sake, it would be very funny if I went with the Face to Face acoustic album here and continued my notoriety of going after No Use any chance I can get. But no, I mean, this is not even close. I mean, this No Use album is 100 times better. I don't particularly like this Face to Face album in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, it's going to have to be No Use for me. But it is a good record. I'm not just picking it because the Face to Face is so bad. So
Yeah. I mean, I like the artwork on Face to Face, but that's about it. Dylan, you've got a little anecdote for us, you said, so let's hear it.
Face to Face, Hold Fast, worst pressed album of all time, in my opinion. Do not buy the splatter variant of this. It is defective. It has all these little fucking like divots in it, and it fucks up the playing really badly. So, other than that, as far as the music, basically they took like every fast song and reduced the beats per minute by like tenfold, and it's very boring. Keep Your Chin Up, I think, translates to acoustic really well, but other than that, it's very boring, and I really don't like how Trevor like drags out every line. Like, it sounds so slow, dude. It's like trying to put me to sleep. Milk and Meat is moving on here.
All right. Yeah, Leche's got Soulmate, Justified Black Guy. It's a classic. This isn't close. You guys know I don't like acoustic songs.
The devil on your shoulder gets you straight to paranoia.
All right. On the top, we're going to break this down to 2. Then we got 4 more matchups coming. This is a tough one. And I think strategically, I want Lewis to go first. Lawrence Arms, Oh Calcutta against Lagwagon. Let's talk about feelings. What do you think here?
Yeah, so I was kind of figuring this was going to be the matchup, and this is a really hard one for me because I actually really do like this Lagwagon record. But if I'm being truthful to myself and what I would actually listen to and what I think is the superior record, sorry, Lagwagon. I mean, they're great, but I would go with Oh Calcutta. That would be my pick.
All right. So I'm going Let's Talk About Feelings over Oh Calcutta. And I have no idea which way Dylan is going to lean. So dramatic effect in place. Dylan, what's it going to be? Who's moving on?
Well, I can already hear everybody's fingers typing away in the comments because they're all fucking pissed off at what we chose here. But Oh Calcutta is gonna move on. Yeah, man, there's some fucking badass songs on here. Jumping the Shark, Devil's Taking Names. Cut It
Margaret,
Up.
It's Me God. Yeah,
Yes,
There, Margaret, It's Me God. That song rocks.
I'm listening to that right now, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, right behind what's that other Apathy and Exhaustion. That's 1A. This is 1B. Lawrence Arms albums for me.
All right. Lagwagon or Lawrence Arms moving on. Up next, final slot. It's going to be Lagwagon Haas against No Use Leche Con Carne. Dylan, you're up first here for this one. What's it going to be?
Oh, man. I think this is probably like probably the most like contested matchup we've had like in the whole entire. This is the first like 2 like real heavy hitter classic Fat Records albums we've gotten against each other that I can think of. I gotta go with Haas. I listened to it a lot more than Leche Con Carne, so Haas gets my vote.
All right, Lewis, the Battle of 1995. What are you picking?
Well, yeehaw, partners, because I get to pick Lagwagon and still get to hate on No Use for this round at least. So I'm going to go with Haas. I like this record much better than my love for No Use.
Yeah.
So, John, it's all going to come down to you.
Well, Dylan voted Haas too, I think. Didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
there I just had a stroke. So I guess it's Haas.
Yeah. I would have gone Haas either way, though, just to make it known. Lagwagon Haas unanimously moving on to the next round. So Lawrence Arms, Oh Calcutta, Lagwagon Haas. So bear with us, guys. We're going to shuffle the board and be right back with 4 more matchups. So hang tight. All right, next matchups are in place. A couple good ones here, a couple not so good ones. We've got up first, Dillinger for Situationist Comedy against the Flatliners, Dead Language. Lewis, what do you think here?
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and apologize that I'm going to be moving in ultra slow motion because something is wrong with my internet, but hopefully you can hear my audio. I really like Situationist Comedy. I think it's my favorite Dillinger 4 record, but Dead Language is pretty damn good, man. The Flatliners are a pretty good band. So Flatliners, Dead Language, definitely fresh in my mind. We just did the rankings, so I'm going with Flatliners.
All right, Dylan, what do you think?
Can you jog my memory approximately where I ranked this Flatliners album? I think it was S.
higher.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it was S, perhaps. Yeah, I never really got into Dillinger for whatever reason. I know that this is a very beloved album though, so I can already. Richard, I know you're watching this, and I know you're gonna type some whiny ass bullshit, but I'm picking the Flatliners.
Sending signals up with smoke, never coming home.
Okay. I was also going the Flatliners. I like Dillinger 4 just as much as the next guy, but this is my favorite Flatliners album. Dylan, I think you had it in A. I think Lewis and I went S, and I think you were A. I think you had The Great Awake as your S. But someone will let us know.
Okay, yeah, we could only have one. So yeah, it was The Great Awake. Next to this D4 album, it's looking like an S though.
All right. Up next, we've got. Is CJ Ramona's solo? I don't know. Two kind of solo offshoot bands. CJ Ramone, American Beauty against Joey Cape, A Good Year to Forget. All the people who are calling in looking for more Joey Cape. Here you go. Here's more Joey Cape. I actually like this CJ Ramone album. Like I listened to it for the first time this week, and it's really not that bad. To me, it's way better than this Joey Cape garbage that this is like, I don't know, 20 Joey Cape albums, it feels like. So I'm voting for CJ Ramone. He's got an absolute beast of a matchup in the second round if he does move on, but I'll vote for CJ. Lewis, what do you think?
Looking across the way here, does it really matter?
Yeah.
I think I would have probably picked Joey Cape. So just because it was whatever, I like my Joey Cape. So I'll pick Joey Cape, and we'll let Dylan decide for a band that's not going to advance. So,
well,
an album.
I think the Joey Cape album, honestly, is like some of the most depressing shit I ever heard in my entire life. And I mean, I'm already depressed enough as it is, so I don't need assistance with that. So we'll go with CJ here. I really like CJ. I think his solo material is serviceable, if not somewhat unremarkable. But I do appreciate his work in the Ramones, and I feel like this is a continuation of like Adios Amigos and Mondo Bizarro era Ramones, which I really liked.
All right, CJ Ramone upsetting Joey Cape despite Lewis's best efforts. And Dylan, I wasn't.
Lewis is frozen. Yeah, look at me frozen.
I wasn't laughing at Dylan's
look on his face.
at Dylan's story. It was just you were talking as Dylan, and I was just like it was coming out of your mouth, so that's why I was laughing.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go on the road again.
But
let's see if this resets it. A little bit. Maybe I could talk for a little bit.
all right,
It's gonna get bad again. It's fine. Let's just go shit on the Real McKenzies. Let's get going.
all right. Go since you're unfrozen. Let's hear your thoughts on this next one.
Well, thoughts and prayers to the Real McKenzie, because this one ain't going anywhere. We're gonna have to go with Good Riddance on that top shelf there.
Yeah, I agree. This Good Riddance album, I mentioned in the tier list, like Edmund Pettus Bridge, Don't Have the Time, Wish You Well, Pax Americana. This is a really good, underrated Good Riddance album. So it's getting my vote too. Dylan, I don't expect any pushback from you, but do you have anything to say about either of these?
I'm starting to feel like, due to the amount of Real McKenzie's albums, I feel like you're just making up albums at this point, and this thing doesn't actually exist. Like I feel like this is like the Mandela effect going on here.
That would be the ultimate troll. We both give like detailed reviews of how shitty this album is, and it doesn't exist.
Yes. So I will say the cover art is so insanely crude. I would not be surprised if John made this in like Microsoft Paint or something. Yes, good riddance. They win.
Let's talk about privilege, impeding resolution, and 1 billion object blinding revolution.
Yeah, I should have done that now that you mentioned it.
Just make up a Real McKenzie's album and put it on here.
Maybe in the next round, we'll see. I don't think any of them moved on though, so. All right. So this last matchup, this is my favorite Bottle Rocket album against my favorite Mad Caddies album. Dylan, why don't you go first? Like I'm pretty sure I know where Screeching Bottle Rocket is gonna land here, but let's hear it so Lewis and I can mull this over.
I mean, honestly, this is not one of my favorite Teenage Bottle Rocket albums. I really don't listen to this much, to be honest with you. Like, there's a handful of good songs. Like Maverick is insanely good. But there's a lot of like filler, like Freak Out and Headbanger and Cruising for Chicks. Like that's the probably the worst 3-song sequence you could start an album with, in my opinion. So I guess I'll pick Mad Caddies. I honestly think it's a better album.
Man, I love Headbanger. That's a good track, man. And you got Mutilate Me, the single. I like Freak Out too, even though it's like the exact same as what's the one on the next one? In My Head. In My Head and Freak Out are the exact same song.
I think Maverick, Done with Love, and Summertime and Go with the Flow. Those are the ones that are worth listening, and the rest of the album is not so much.
Yeah.
Summertime's awesome. That's like one of my favorite songs of theirs.
All right,
John, do you want to go or do you want to go? Because we know who's going to advance, at least between, there's a 50-50 shot here, I think.
I mean, this Caddies record is better than this Bottle Rocket record, right? Is that where you're at too?
I 100% agree. I mean, this is the best Mad Caddies record. This is not the best Bottle Rocket. That's Shadows is probably for me for Bottle Rocket. So this is a good record. I mean, but it's against the juggernaut. This Caddies record's amazing.
Okay. All right, we'll break it down to 2. We got Dead Language against Thoughts and Prayers. Pretty good matchup. I'm gonna go Dead Language for myself, and I will pass it to Mr. Bottle Rocket down there. What do you think?
Yes, I concur. The Flatliners are gonna move on here.
Okay.
This is a remarkable album.
Lewis, any beef with that?
Nope.
No beef?
That was 100% the way I would go. I mean, maybe a different Good Riddance record gives this one a run for the money, but not this one. So,
all right. And does CJ Ramon have an upset in him? Is anybody here voting for Mr. CJ Ramon?
you better start drinking for 11 because this album ain't advancing. So,
All right, see you guys on the next episode.
All right. So we're moving on. Flatliners, Dead Language, and Caddies, Just One More.
Former ska band and current ska band.
All right.
That's true.
So
the online, John, the Discord.
what's that? Oh yeah. Okay. So for the Discord, thank you for reminding me. The Discord had, for the first side, it was Let's Talk About Feelings and Haas. Moving on. So O Calcutta got like hardly any votes, which is really surprising. I don't even see. It looks like it was 14-2.
Wow.
So blowout there. This round we didn't get either. The Discord went Freak Out and Situationist Comedy as the two moving on. So we've completely we
alienated our audience.
Yeah,
If they even remember who they voted for at this point.
yeah, we took like 2 months. It's since we like posted that video about the matchups, because this message from Elliot is from January, and we're recording this on March 5th, so it's been a while. Yeah, but that's it. Those are the 4 that are gonna move on. We still need to figure out our save. So if at any point in these 15 episodes, if you've really been paying attention out there and we really pissed you off, Richard, I'm looking at you, go to the Discord, go to the YouTube section, tag Ergoth, and tell him the albums you want to bring back. We're going to bring somewhere between 4 and 16 albums back. We haven't figured out exactly how that's going to work, but 16 is the number that makes sense for the bracket. So it's looking like 16. And Lewis has 4 picked out. I've got 2. Dylan has 2. So we may field, we may need the Discord for quite a few. So with that said, guys, Dylan, did you pick out any others you want to save? Are you still, I don't have the list in front of me, what you wanted, but anything coming to mind?
I remember I told you Love Equals Death and something else. But no, other than that, I can't think of anything.
All right. Now I was saving Hard Rock Bottom. I don't remember what else. And Lewis had the Morning Glory records. This is what I get for having a physical notebook. All right.
Leftover crack.
Oh, a Poor Habit, I said too. Suicide.
Let me write it down. I think Suicide made it. I think it was.
I think so too.
I think it was Got Your Back.
Shit. Okay, Love Equals Death and whatever other thing I told you.
These are the saves so far. Lewis has Today's Empires, Tomorrow's Ashes, Constructs of the State, Morning Glory, Poets Were My Heroes, and Morning Glory, War Psalms. Dylan, you had Love Equals Death, Nightmerica, and Good Riddance, Comprehensive Guide to Modern Rebellion. I just have Hard Rock Bottom right now. That's it. I haven't been paying attention. I'll do this now. It's going to be a longer episode, but I'm going to bring up the winners just so people can make an informed decision in the Discord, and then we'll wrap this up if I could find it. This is what it has advanced so far. There's the 4 from this episode. There's Anti-Flag Underground Network, Avail Front Porch Stories, Banner Pilot Collapser, Banner Pilot Heartbeats Pacific, Bracket Too Old to Die Young, Bracket When All Else Fails, Chicks Dig It, Pink Razors, Consumed, Hit for 6, Dead to Me's got 3 records, African Elephants, Moscow Penny Ante, and Cuban Ballerina. We've got Dillinger 4 Civil War, Face to Face Protection. Flatliners have Cavalcade, The Great Awake, and this one. Frenzel's got Smoko, High Viz, San Susi, Shut Your Mouth, and The Cup of Pestilence. Good Riddance has My Republic, Symptoms of a Leveling Spirit, Ballads from the Revolution, Operation Phoenix. We've got High Standard, Angry Fist. Lagwagon's got Dub, Blaze, Double Platinum, Resolved. We've got Less Than Jake, Borders and Boundaries. Mad Caddies, Rock the Plank. No Use has More Betterness. Is that it? Just one No Use. Wow. No Effects.
And the one from this episode.
No, it got eliminated by Haas.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Shit. Sorry, No Use.
No Effects, Warrenerism, and Wolves in Wolves Clothing. No More Black, File Under Black. Only Crime, Virulence. We got Pairs, Go to Prison, and Green Star. Poor Habits, Suicide. Propaganda's got How to Clean Everything, Less Talk, More Rock, and Potemkin. Screeching Weasel, First World Manifesto. Smoke or Fire, Above the City. Snuff. Dema Muzza Bebonk. Strung Out's got Agents, The Underground, Suburban Teenage Wasteland Blues, and Twisted by Design. Swingin' Utters, just one? I feel like we had like 10 Swingin' Utters. I only have Here Under Protest. Bottle Rocket as They Came From the Shadows. Lawrence Arms, Apathy and Exhaustion. Lillington, Stella Sapiente. Loved Ones, both of them. Build and Burn, Keep Your Heart. Useless ID, State is Burning. And Zero Down with a Lifetime to Pay. Those are the ones that have advanced, along with these four.
I'll add 2 to my save list. I'm going to save one for Lewis. Today's Empires, Tomorrow's Ashes.
That's Lewis's. He's already saving that one.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You don't even like propaganda.
I know. I said I was going to save it for him. I'm a generous individual.
If you want to save it, I can pick another one.
No, we're good. And we're gonna save Leche, which we just eliminated.
Okay.
John, I think I want to change. Well, you said there's a bunch of Lagwagon on there, right?
Blaze, Double Platinum, Resolved, and Haas.
Yeah, Hang didn't make it. That would be maybe I'll save it.
I'll save Hang for you if you want it.
Okay.
Because I can't think of anything else.
Okay.
Hang's very good record, so.
I'm saving
I
Hard Rock
disagree,
Bottom.
but
I might save Mass
feeling
Intruder.
charitable.
I'm not sure. I guess all the Mass Intruders got eliminated. Apparently. I don't remember doing 3 of them. But whatever. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. If I didn't name an album that that is on Fat Wreck and you wanted to move on, it's on an EP or a live album, even if it is, if you want one of those, by all means do it. If it gets enough votes, it'll move on. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.